to iKonic TV. Today we look at the Zalman Z9 Plus chassis. It's a huge seller on our site, and we thought it'd be really cool to do a quick overview on it and to show you how the build looks in this machine, and let's just get straight into it. If we have a look at the case on the side here, it has two Perspex side windows over here, very small with a kind of cool grated design. We have one 120mm fan over there, and there's room for another 120mm fan at the top there. And there's an awesome little Z9 logo in the bottom right corner. If we go to the front of the chassis, it has a nice big on and off button, which looks really cool. A temperature reader for the internal temperature. Well, actually, it's got a sensor inside. We can put it anywhere. We can put it underneath the graphics card, in the CPU cooler, anywhere like that. It's got a dialer for the fan controls, for the fan speed. It has microphone in and headphone out, and four USBs, and HDD activity, and a reset button. The reset button feels a bit strange. It's not a nice reset button, but it's still there nonetheless. If we come down, it has 1, 2, 3 5.25-inch bays for optical drives, and it has a stiffy department over here, which I think is really silly, as most people don't even have stiffies anymore. If we go further down here, it's got a whole Z design, as you can see there. That's why it's called the Z9. There's the Z, and I think it looks really cool. And then we'll clean Zalman logo on the right corner. If we go back to the other side of the case, it's got a slick black look to it, nothing different, nothing out of the ordinary. And so let's open it up and give you an idea of what a build would look like inside the chassis. Okay, so we have the side panel that I showed you, and what I did here is I put in a really mid to high end machine, just to give you an idea of what it would look like if you were building yourself a nice gaming rig. What we have here is a GX 550. This build I'd recommend if you're in the budget to $6,000 or maybe $6,500, and you want a game machine that can play everything but not break the bank, then I'd definitely recommend this. A GX 550 watt power supply. We run a Sapphire 6850 1GB, MSI 878 G54, and a 970 X4 processor. I didn't choose the X6 because yes, it's fast and it's good value for money, but you save quite a bit on the X4, and most games and most things like that don't even use 6 cores. So it is fantastic, but in terms of a nice budget game machine, it's going to play all the games. I think the X4 is the better option. We've got 2 sticks of DDR3 1333 value RAM from Corsair. Those are about 300 rand, 380 rand for both. So it's really good value for money. Let's have a look more at the case. So that my main focus wasn't really the hardware, just to give you an indication of how awesome the hardware looks inside this box, and how nicely. I mean, obviously I didn't spend much time in the cable management, but it gives you a good idea. Let's have a look at where else. Underneath all these cables here, there's place for another 120 or 140mm fan. As you can see, there's 2 points. There's 120 and then there's a 140. If you can go to the front here, there's one 120mm fan already pre-installed, and if you go up here, there's a dedicated space for a solid state hard drive. It's very hard to see, but you can pull it out and you can actually put your own solid state drive, or any 2.5 inch drive in there. And if we go up to the front of the case, at the top, there's a place for an additional 120mm fan. So in terms of fans, you can have quite a few fans, and the cooling in this case is obviously really good. Like I said, you can have one that blows up and then just sucks the hot air straight up through the top. It's got a really awesome design in that sense. This case currently retails for 680 rand. That was the main reason why I did this review. It's a fantastic product for the price. It doesn't feel cheap. I mean, there's lots of 600 rand cases that have like a cheap feel to it, but this definitely does not. And so yeah, I'd recommend this case, and I'd recommend this build with this case. A build of this nature really does work well together. But obviously a few add-ons. If you're looking at building a machine like this, a nice AMD powerful machine that's going to save you money, but you also, if you want to spend a little bit more and get really additional performance, I'd recommend getting a solid state drive like this. This is not the new range of solid state drives that have the 500 megabytes read-write speeds. This one has half of that, but you do save. They're just over 1,000 rand at the moment, the 1,069 rand currently speaking, and they really do add performance. And also, if you don't have software for your machine, I recommend Windows 7, obviously. So those are the additional installments that you'd have to pay. But it's back to the case. It's a fantastic case. I'd recommend it. I'd recommend all this hardware that I've put in here, and it was all personally chosen for this build. And thanks for watching. Please be sure to check out iKonic today.